Hello, fabulous friends. Welcome to Inside the Brand. Today is day 9, authenticity, and how do you find it? I'm Annette Bond, the owner of Definitive Style. I am a certified image consultant, and for the next 30 days, I am sharing my story. I am sharing who I am as a person. I'm sharing how do I work with clients. I'm sharing my gifts. And what excites me the most is to take you on a journey on how you can discover your personal gifts. And truly, that is what authenticity is all about. I believe that when you are authentic to yourself, is that you have aligned your outer fabulous with your inner beauty. And you know that word inner beauty, I want to take a moment and just kind of talk about that. I remember growing up and I used to hear, oh, you know what? It doesn't matter what you wear on the outside. It doesn't matter as long as people see your inner beauty. And you know, I don't know if you heard that growing up, but I knew what they meant. They meant, you know, if they could just see your true self, right? But how do people see our true self if they don't know us? And I just want to share this little snippet about first impressions, if you will, is that when somebody doesn't know us, they do make a first impression. And our brains naturally, we look at an image and we see that image from the outside and our brain, Malcolm Gladwell calls this thin slicing. And he says our brains are trying to go, who is that person? Oh, wow, that person, very beautiful. I wonder what that person does. How much does that person make? I wonder, where does that person live? What do they do as a profession? Where did they go to college? Our brains are going a million miles an hour when we see that person and we don't know who that person is. And so as I always like to say, my number one way I work with my clients, the very first step is, how do we discover who that authentic self is on the inside so we can align it with the outside? So when someone does see you in that split second, they have identified who you are in a second, if you will. And of course, we need time to get to know that person. And sometimes that judgment is wrong. But I would like to challenge you and to say 99% of the time, it is true. In fact, I want to tell you another quick story. I remember this so vividly. I was at a women's conference, if you will. And we had a gal who was a speaker, and she was doing kind of like a breakout session, and it was on intuitiveness, on how people intuitively know who you are in those split seconds. And so we were put into a group, if you will. There were 3 of us, and we were not to know who that person was. We'd never met him before. So I'm in this group with 2 other women. We all had a sheet of paper and we were to write down what we thought of that person. And we didn't know that person. I remember like it was yesterday, those women to a T described me. And that like blew my mind. I was like, wow. I can't believe that actually worked. So she actually did that exercise. And so if we want people to see the real you, the authenticity of who you are, we need to be intentional about that, because not always do we just show up aligned with who we are. I have also a lot of business people will tell me, you know, Annette, you are so aligned with your brand. And the first time I heard that, I thought, oh, that's kind of an interesting comment. Aren't we a brand? But the truth of the matter is not everybody knows what that means or knows how to take that first step to align with their brand. So I want to take you in a couple exercises, if you will. So my goal, again, as I work with my clients, is that you love your wardrobe and that it captures you at your best. And it says authenticity. In fact, that is the word that I would say that 99% of my clients say help me to show up authentic. And they're not really sure where to begin. So I'm going to ask you, again, I'm going to take you through a couple exercises. Have you ever had an experience? And I want you to be kind of thinking about a story that maybe it was a speaking engagement and maybe it was a after 5 kind of event that you had to be dressed up, or maybe it was a backyard party. It doesn't matter, but that you intentionally thought, okay, how do I want to dress for this event? What do I want people to see about me? You know, do I want them to see my playfulness? Do I want them to see my professionalness? Do I want them to see my femininity? And when you did that, you chose your outfit, again, very purposefully, and knowing that you really wanted to nail this. And you did. And you walked into this event and you knew that you felt like $1,000,000, that there were compliments coming. You were just beaming, and know that, wow, I felt like me. I felt like $1,000,000. I want you to think about some descriptive words. What was it about that outfit that you loved? What was it about? Was it the color? Was it the styling? Was it, it was so comfortable? Was it the fabric? Was it the texture? What was it about it that you loved? So there's that piece of it, but how did it make you feel? You know, I was on a call yesterday, one of my Q&A style chats, and I asked these women about what are some of those words on how, you know, that people tell them about how they make them feel. You know, one gal shared the word empathy, one shared the word friendly. And, you know, what are some of those words, those descriptive words on how you want others to feel who you are? So it's not only that you just put on this pretty dress, if you will, and people see that, but it's about how do you make others feel when you walk through the door? Because there's an energy about you that comes through, and that is your authenticity. And when you can show up in that authenticity, guess what? Confidence is just bubbling from you. It's bubbling all over, and people want to get to know you. You attract others to you, and you stand in your excellence. You stand in your strength of who you are. So I invite you to start thinking about what are some of those descriptive words about an outfit that you love that makes you feel like $1,000,000. And tomorrow we're going to be talking more about authenticity, because that is an important piece of showing up in the world, because there is a strength that comes with that. There is an alignment that helps you to feel brave, to help you to feel courageous, to help you to feel confident. And there is nothing more powerful than that. With your definitive style in mind, go make it an authentic day.